Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Her and Child. In our series on common childhood problems, we discussed about anemia in our last episode. Now, in our today's episode, I welcome her again. Hello, Dr. Jasmeet, how are you?
Hello, Puneet. So nice to see you again. I'm good.
Same here. Same. As a new parent, can you explain? I am also new parent, so can you explain to all our fellow parents here that what is jaundice and what does it mean when the child turns yellow after it's born? And yeah, and then we'll continue our discussion on it.
Thanks, Puneet. First of all, congratulations on being a new parent. Yes, yellowness in newborns, or as we call in medical terms, neonatal jaundice, is common. About 60% of the children might have some grade of jaundice after being born. Most of these jaundice that you will see, most of the jaundice that you will see is physiological. That means it is occurring because the liver is not yet mature to process the bilirubin in the body, which is the yellow pigment that develops in the body after the red blood cells start dying. And as baby grows, the liver also matures and the jaundice goes away by itself. So this is called as physiological jaundice. Every newborn, at least 60 to 70% of them, will have some grade of jaundice after being born, because as I said, the liver cannot process the dying RBCs, and when these cells die, they release a yellow colored pigment called bilirubin, which then accumulates in the body, goes and deposits in the skin and the sclera of the eyes, and then the parent appreciates that the child is turning yellow. This physiological jaundice usually appears on day 2 to day 5 after being born. But apart from physiological jaundice, which is relatively sort of resolves by itself, there is also pathological jaundice, which is something to worry about and requires medical supervision.
Okay. So, I mean, how common is this? Because last year, when a friend of mine gave birth to her baby was kept in the hospital for extra 3 days, and she was convinced that there's something seriously wrong. So, what does that mean?
Yes, so in that case, your friend's baby might have something what we call as pathological jaundice. So, if a newborn baby becomes yellow within the first 24 hours of life, or the jaundice is high enough to cause decrease in the feeding of the child, or the child becomes very lethargic, activity decreases, doesn't move the arms and legs as much, in severe cases has seizures, all these cases are pathological jaundice. And the cause of that may not be just immaturity of the liver, but also in some cases there is a discrepancy between the mother's blood group and the child's blood group, which may be ABO incompatibility or RH incompatibility. Some of the newborns also have G6PD deficiency. So in all these cases, the dying of the RBCs is much more, which the body or the liver cannot process, and it leads to early jaundice in the child, which, as I said, first it starts depositing in the skin, sclera, might also go up to the brain and cause seizures. In these cases, immediate supervision by your pediatrician or neonatologist is required. The doctor would first do a clinical examination of the child, see where all the jaundice is. Is it just over the face? Is it over the chest, or it has gone down up the abdomen, thighs, legs? Sometimes the jaundice can be appreciated as low as on the soles of the feet, which is usually when the bilirubin goes above 15 milligram per deciliter. Depending on the age of the newborn in hours and the level of bilirubin that is there in the blood, there are indications to start phototherapy, in the baby. So like you mentioned, your friend's baby was kept for supervision, so maybe the child had a borderline bilirubin, but if the bilirubin is above that borderline, the child might require phototherapy for some time, for a few days. In severe cases, when the bilirubin is very high, your doctor might advise for an exchange transfusion, in which whole of the baby's blood is replaced by a blood which does not have bilirubin. This is called exchange transfusion, and is slightly a more complicated procedure as compared to just phototherapy. But as I said, in most of the cases, the jaundice is physiological and resolves spontaneously.
Okay. So, I mean, so there's a difference between a normal jaundice and then there's a dangerous kind, right? Where the exchange transfusion happens. So, can parents tell in the first 24 hours only that it's a normal kind of jaundice or it's a dangerous one?
So, as I said, the physiological jaundice usually appears after the second day of life. Pathological jaundice might appear in the first 24 hours. तो अगर बच्चा अभी पैदा ही हुआ है और पहले दिन ही उसको जॉन्डिस डिटेक्ट हो रहा है, या जैसे मैंने कहा बच्चा पहले दूध अच्छे से पी रहा था लेकिन अब वो दूध अच्छे से नहीं पी पा रहा है, उसका सकिंग अच्छा नहीं है, उसकी एक्टिविटी कम हो गई है, या उसको सीजर आ गए हैं और बच्चा बिल्कुल ड्राउजी है, इन ऑल दीज केसेस इट इज़ यूजुअली अ पैथोलॉजिकल कॉज which require some sort of either supervision by the pediatrician or phototherapy, or in severe cases exchange transfusion. In some cases also sepsis. अगर से आपका न्यूबॉर्न बेबी किसी ना किसी इन्फेक्शन की वजह से एडमिट हुआ है, कई बार इन्फेक्शन भी इतना बढ़ जाता है, वो भी जॉन्डिस को लीड कर सकता है, जिस केस में एक्सचेंज ट्रांसफ्यूजन किया जाता है. So definitely the cause needs to be identified by your pediatrician, whether it is physiological or pathological, and the levels need to be monitored day by day to decide whether the baby needs phototherapy or not, needs exchange transfusion or not.
Okay. So one practical question, that if the parents are sent home with their newborn, should they be checking घर जाके भी कि jaundice अभी भी आ सकता है कि नहीं आ सकता है, and if अगर घर जाके भी पेरेंट्स को चेक करना है तो वो कैसे कर सकते हैं ऑन ब्राउन स्किन, मतलब स्पेशली हमारी स्किन टोन पे येलो इतना पता नहीं लगता.
आप बिल्कुल बिल्कुल यू हैव एब्सोल्युटली नेल्ड टॉपिक, आई वुड से. इंडियन स्किन पे कई बार जॉन्डिस स्पेशली अगर माइल्ड है तो पता नहीं लगता है. सोल्स, और जब तक पता लगता है, क्योंकि सोल्स पे और पाम ऑफ द हैंड्स पे पता करना इजी एज कम्पेयर टू दी कलर ऑफ द इंडियन स्किन, तो कई बार जॉन्डिस बहुत बढ़ जाता है, सोल्स तक चला जाता है, तब पेरेंट्स आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं. बट जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि क्योंकि ज़्यादातर शुरुआत के कुछ दिनों में बच्चा हॉस्पिटल में ही होता है, और अगर कोई रिस्क फैक्टर है, सेम डॉक्टर को मालूम है कि बच्चे का और मदर का ब्लड ग्रुप अलग है, तो वो यूजुअली बार बार बच्चे को रेगुलरली चेकअप के लिए बुलाते रहते हैं इन दीज केसेस, बिकॉज अ डॉक्टर एक्सपेक्ट्स कि जॉन्डिस होगा. तो रेगुलर विजिट्स विद योर पीडियाट्रिशियन इज़ रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द फर्स्ट फ्यू डेज ऑफ लाइफ इन केस सच रिस्क फैक्टर्स आर प्रेजेंट. अगर फिजियोलॉजिकल जॉन्डिस है वो तो अपने आप ही रिजॉल्व हो जाता है.
We had a lot of useful discussion about feeding issues in babies. So we'll keep continuing our discussions on such useful topics. Please follow us for such content, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Dr. Jasmeet.